Hello, one and all. Welcome to the Season 26 Pro Baseball Experience Major League Draft. Uh, I want to inform you all that there will be a slight delay, only a couple more minutes here. We did find a error with the presentation, and the graphics committee is working very hard right now to try and remedy that situation just as soon as they can. So I apologize for the delay. However, we will be needing a couple more minutes. We want to make sure that the draft stream is as good as it can be for all of you in the chat. Uh, so I appreciate your patience. Um, let's see. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat. If anyone has any questions about it, I can answer those. Um, but other than that, we do still have the DMCA free music for you all. I know that you probably would rather listen to that rather than just me stammer for for a few minutes while we fix this issue. Let's see. But I see you all in the chat. I apologize for the delay. Tell us a story. Oh gosh, I don't know. Draft when. We do have a slight delay, as I mentioned. While we are waiting, actually, um, let's take a look at the parlay, actually. So we have the draft parlay, which we will be kind of tracking as we go through the season 26 draft. Might as well get all this housekeeping stuff out of the way first. Um, we don't actually have I didn't have time to put the little sidebar up that I usually have for the draft that shows that is like the live tracker for the parlay. Um, but I did bring the parlay up onto a spare tab, so we have that available. So the questions that you all filled out or didn't fill out, if you're in one of the war rooms, we have how many recreates being drafted in the first round, the combined letters, first and last name, no nicknames for all players drafted between and including picks 15 to 20. How many pitchers will get drafted in the third round? Will State College Swiss Steed get drafted in the second round? And the first overall pick of the draft be a batter or pitcher? So the last question we have here actually will be the first one that we actually get an answer to, which will be immediately after that first pick of the draft. So let's see. It's not a PvE draft without delays. Well, I apologize. That's true. Delay just means more free points? Uh, don't know. Don't think so. Let's see. Uh, oh, I did want to mention thank you to both Emmy and Brainchild for subscribing. I saw those earlier in the chat while we were listening to that lovely DMCA free music. So thank you both Emmy and Brainchild for subscribing to the channel. Emmy, we all hope that you get well soon. Um, it looked like you were listening in, but weren't able to watch, unfortunately. So hopefully you'll be able to still listen all the way through. I have been having a good day, Wildfire Micro. Thank you, thank you for that. Um, it's been it's been an interesting day, but nothing really crazy happening at work. So I'm just really happy and eager to get to the draft because it's a very exciting one, and I this is always a large part of why I love the PBE is like one of my favorite things during the season or the or sorry about that, my headset just turned off for some reason. One of my favorite things about the season um, or the preseason is the draft. As a GM, I always love seeing where the picks go, and um, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with the draft too, because I love picking players to come to my team, the Vandals. However, I also wish I could draft more people. I wish I had more picks. Um, but yeah, thank you for gifting 2 subs, Paz, to El Gringo and Nico Nax. Thank you very much for the gift subs. Let's see. LBG, if you had missed a PT, the world would have ended. Definitely one of the more involved members of the PBE. Oh, I didn't even see this guy. Thank you, Diesel. My day is better with AJ in it. That's very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sports fan, thank you for cheering. 10 bits, I believe that. Mike said that something crazy happened in the PBE today. I wasn't aware that I must have missed something. Hopefully not anything. Um, excuse me. Hopefully not. Did I miss an announcement? Oh, just the draft. Okay. Okay. I threw me off for a second there. I was like, was there an announcement or was there something else? I don't know. I apologize for the delay, Evok. We're trying as best we can to get this presentation up and running and ready. Let's see. Real quick, I'm going to put the starting soon back on just to make sure. I think we might have. We might have. Okay, one moment, please. We might have. We might have gotten the draft ready here for you. Ooh, it got fixed. Okay. I'm just going to do a quick download just so I have an offline version. We wanted to make sure that in case something happened with Microsoft OneDrive that I have a backup. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Once again, I apologize for the delay, everyone. We want to make sure that the presentation is as good as it can be. And we appreciate your patience. And a big thank you to the graphics committee, to Connor for getting this up and running back up and running as soon as we can. All right, one moment, please. That is not what I wanted to do. I had this. What was it? Oh man. I'm gonna put some music back on while I set this back up. It's just gonna be another moment. Won't take long, I promise. All right, we should be all set to go. Once again, I apologize for the delay. We want to make sure that this is the best presentation that we can give to you all. So I will go ahead and remove the starting soon screen, and we finally have the draft presentation all set up and ready for us. So thank you once again to the graphics committee for specifically Connor um, for all creating this, and it's always a beautiful thing to see the finished product of the draft presentation. They do a really good job with it. So thank you all for that. Okay, put source down from 1080. I think we had the kind of problem last time. I don't think that's something that I can set on my end. I think that's something that has to be that Twitch does. I can check real quick, but I'm not seeing an option for. Let's see. Oh, I might have to fix that off stream. I might have to fix that later. I apologize about that, but uh, that might be a setting that I have to change later. Thank you for cheering 25 bits, legally blind gamer. But yeah, here is the this is the um, we got the draft order. This was what it was at the start of the draft with possible trades and all. Um, but it might change as we go along due to draft day trades. That is always a possibility. So we are going to head right on into the first overall pick. And the first overall pick with the Cancun Toros, they select Jim Daegg, LGM Forever, the starting pitcher from the Amarillo Armadillos, 222 TPE, 4.99 ERA, 1.55 WHIP. So congratulations to Jim Daegg for being selected to the Cancun Toros, and congratulations to the Toros for selecting uh, Jim Daegg. Moving into the second overall pick of the first round draft, the Seattle Sea Serpents select. No, we have a trade. So Seattle trades away. So this was okay. So wait. Okay, yes. So some of these trades are already in here. It looks like because Providence Crabs owned the second overall pick. And then here's the actual trade that sent the number 2 overall pick to Seattle alongside Providence's season 28 second round pick and Cedric Winters. So those 3 will be going to Seattle from Providence. And in return, Providence receives season 26 number 4 overall John Camden with 6.5 million retained, and Charlie Law Jr. So we have this trade that swaps around a few picks here. So instead, we have Seattle Sea Serpents second the second overall pick of the draft. The Seattle Sea Serpents select Kristov Kripokrasov Evok, the catcher from the Anchorage Wheelers, 226 TPE, 280 average, and a 341 OBP. So Evok is now a member of the Seattle Sea Serpents. And Diesel says, shocking 1-2. Did not see this coming. When you have so many of these kind of high octane recreates coming into this draft, you're bound to see some of them at the very top or close to the top. So let's see. I do believe I have a quote from. Let's see. Yes, quote from Brainchild on this pick. As soon as we heard that Evok was recreating, we knew that she would be a top prospect that would help to lay a solid foundation to create a successful future. Knowing all too well that she has 2 MVPs and likely the same amount of Hall of Famers, we felt like there was really no other option with our top pick. We had the fourth pick, but we were a little nervous that it wasn't high enough to nab such a high caliber player in Krzysztof Kripakosov. When we found out Providence was shopping the pick, we felt like there was a good possibility that we would be jumped, and this once in a generation player might get past us, so we made a move. Welcome to the team, Evok. We are excited for what the future will bring with you on the squad. So thank you to Brain for the quote there, and congratulations to both the Seattle Sea Serpents and Evok on this pick. So we have Daw Egg and Kripakosov at the top 2 picks. And for the number 3 selection, we do. I think we will have. Let me see if I can get Symmetric on the call here. Symmetric was mentioning that they'd be around for their pick potentially. It doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. So, well, without any further ado, then, oh, hold on. We'll join. Okay, we'll join after all 4. Sorry about that. Okay. So number 3 overall with that number 3 selection, the Buffalo Surge select Ignacio Encarnacion, blue line, the first baseman from the California Firehawks. Previous recreate was named Blue Line, minus the first E. 243 TPE, 305 average, 368 OBP. So the third overall selection of the draft belonging to the Buffalo Surge, Ignacio Encarnacion. So congratulations to both the Surge and Blue Line for this pick. Netlandic sent in a quote mentioning that Blue has done so much for me in my short career in the PBE, and I felt like passing on him would be a dumb decision for all he has done. So congratulations to Blue Line, and well done to the Surge for drafting what will certainly be a great player for years to come. With the number 4 overall selection, the Providence Crabs, who obtained this pick from the Seattle Sea Serpents in that trade we mentioned just a little bit ago. Now, with the number 4 overall pick, the Providence Crabs select Will Love, aka Low Key, the first baseman from the State College Swift Steeds. So we have 239 TPE, 291 average, and 345 OBP. Brief quote from Leifer as well, saying Loki has finally joined the good claw. Blue claw good, red claw bad. For those of you who might not know, James Love, Loki's previous create, was a Scorpion for a large portion of career, if not all of his career. I'm not 100% certain on that, but congratulations to Loki for being drafted to the Providence Crabs, the different claw. And congratulations to the Crabs on their selection. With the number 5 overall pick, the Buffalo Surge. This was a trade involving Hunt's Catsup. So Buffalo traded Hunt's Catsup to obtain from Maui their season 26 5th overall pick and the season 27 Nashville second rounder. So Hunt's Catsup going to Maui, the Maui Makos, and the number 5 selection for Buffalo. They use here to select Rin Kagamine. I apologize if I am mispronouncing that, but this is Sonnet. Sonnet, the starting pitcher from the Kingston Mounties, with the number 5 overall pick in the first round here. 225 TPE, 4.71 ERA, and 1.56 WHIP. Obviously, that ERA will decrease over time as the TPE accumulates, but congratulations to Sonnet for being drafted to the Buffalo Surge, and well done on this pick, Buffalo. Congratulations on your number 5 overall pick here. Netlandic has this to say, saying, Rin, aka Sonnet, had me attracted to them playing in Buffalo just minutes after messaging them. Their recruiter is also on the team, and this will be a sweet reunion. So congratulations to Sonnet. I believe Sonnet was in the chat a little bit earlier. Yep. So congratulations, Sonnet. You will now for the future be a member of the Buffalo Surge. That brings us to the number 6 overall pick, also belonging to the Buffalo Surge. I don't remember if this was a trade. Yes, I remember it now. So the number 6 used to belong to the Vancouver Vandals. However, a trade occurred between the Vandals and the Surge. Vandals traded number 6 overall and number 24 overall, so our first and second round, for number 7 overall, which I believe, I don't know who that belonged to. It didn't belong to the Surge. But the number 21, their second round, I believe, did belong to the Surge. So overall, 6 and 24 for 7 and 21. Vandals trading down in the first, but up in the second, and the opposite for Buffalo. So with that number 6 overall pick, Buffalo Surge select Hunter Havoc, aka Hoppy 75, from the Brew City Bears, starting pitcher. 214 TPE, 6.43 ERA, 1.71 WHIP. Netlandic says Hoppy is the man. Amazing to get him at 6th and add him to our young pitching staff. So congratulations to the Buffalo Surge for selecting Hunter Havoc, aka Hoppy, former Providence Crab GM. Okay. And next up, we have the Vandals pick. This one was not traded away. I did forget my own. I did forget my own trade. Thank you for pointing that out, Mike. But with the number 7 overall pick, here is our pick. The Vandals select Wade Silliams, aka Dude Man, from the California Firehawks. We really needed starting pitching as our previous season kind of indicated. We really need pitching, so we're really happy to bring Wade Silliams into the fold and welcome them to Vancouver. 238 TPE, 3.97 ERA, 1.48 WHIP. And Sam also sent me a quote saying, I talked to Dude Man and really enjoyed our conversation. Their max earner seems like a very fun-loving person, and the conversation we had really struck a chord with me. They're flexible, a team player, and someone who I think will be a great addition to the Vandals system. And I just want to echo all of that. I think that this is a fantastic pickup for the Vandals. We're really excited to bring Wade Silliams on board. So congratulations to Dude Man. You are now a Vandal. Oh, he's there in the chat too. Welcome to Vancouver, Dude Man. We're really happy to have you, and we'll get a server invite to you out as soon as we can. Maybe Sam can send that. I got a little thing called the rest of the draft to do. So number 8 overall, the Scorpions. I believe this. Okay. So with the number 8 overall selection, the Scorpions select Trevor Duncan, aka Master Sheep, third baseman from Chicago Kingpins, 242 TPE, 254 average, and 342 OBP. So Master Sheep to the Death Valley Scorpions. Congratulations to Trevor Duncan for going to Red Claw, as some people were mentioning in the chat. And congratulations to the Death Valley Scorpions on their number 8 overall pick with Trevor Duncan, the third baseman. Let's see, number 9 overall belongs to Boise Raptors. And with that number 9 overall selection, the Boise Raptors will take Sax Justice, aka ESO, formerly known as Steve ESO with their previous create. Now Sax Justice with their new create, number 9 overall in this draft. 224 TPE, 299 average, and 345 OBP. Shortstop from the Chicago Kingpins. I know that the ESO's say to reach. I know that Boise was really happy to get ESO back, and I'm sure that this will be a reunion that both sides are very happy about. So congratulations to both Sax Justice and the Boise Raptors. And with the number 10 overall selection, the Buffalo Surge select. I apologize. So number 10 was a trade that previously belonged to the San Antonio Sloths. It was traded to Buffalo. Buffalo obtained number 24 overall in this draft. Um, Buffalo traded away number 24 in this draft to the Sloths, as well as the Buffalo second round pick in 27 and a Buffalo first in 29 with the condition that if it's not a top 10 pick, the Sloths also receive season 29 Buffalo third round pick. So a whole bunch of picks being shipped from Buffalo for this number 10 selection that previously belonged to the Sloths. So this is a haul, as Hummus says. Um, Sloss got 2 second rounds, a first round, and possibly a third round for number 10 here. So very clear that Buffalo really wanted this pick, and we'll talk to Symmetric about it in a moment. But in the time being, with that number 10 overall selection, the Buffalo Surge select Hudson Lane, aka Goilers, left fielder from Chicago Kingpins, 222 TPE, 272 average, 343 OBP. So congratulations to Hudson Lane or Goilers. For those of you who don't know, Goilers is pretty much a legend in PBE. Their previous create Sophia Bennett um, was one of the best players in the early days of PBE. Um, so congratulations um, to Goilers for becoming a member of the Buffalo Surge and well picked by the Surge as well. Goilers the left fielder, Hudson Lane going to Buffalo. Netlandic mentions Goilers filled a huge need at left field, and the amount given up for Lane will for sure be worth it in the end. I Let's see if I can get Symmetric on the call now that we've gone through all four of their first round picks. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, Symmetric, how's it going?
Good. Man, I'm excited. Ooh, this is a big draft.
It is a big draft, especially for you guys. You guys got four first round picks here, so why don't you talk to me a little bit about some of these?
Oh yeah, I mean I love these picks. This is a for me this is a throwback to the SHL in season 39 when I also was rebuilding Toronto North Stars and I had four picks in the top 10 and that shaped the future of that team and I think we can do the same here again. Uh, three big recreates and one new user,
Hmm. Yeah,
two pitchers, two batters. That's a huge core, in my opinion.
yeah, I
Combined
agree.
with
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
combined with what we had last season, I'm very excited about these picks. And we gave up a lot for that 10th pick. Another first round pick in season 29, two second rounders.
Hmm.
Well worth it, I believe. Oilers, former Hall of Fame player,
Hmm.
Sophia Bennett.
Yep.
Recreating as another outfielder, I mean that's pretty promising in my opinion, and well worth those trades. Hoppy, obviously the former Crabs GM, should provide a lot of value, and Kagami Sonnet, very excited new user who from the VHL, also I believe was in the EFL with me back in the day. Uh, Good friends with Gustav Matthias, who we drafted last season.
Hmm.
So I'm very excited about that. And of course, Blue Line, uh, top earning in TPE again. He was consistently number one through the previous class, S10. And well, he's well on his way to doing it again in season 26. So that is very exciting for Buffalo.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you guys are very excited about it. I can hear the excitement in your voice. To have all four of these great players on the team is really building a core, and a lot of people are saying that they really like what you guys are doing with this, um, and are complimenting you guys on your picks. So congratulations and really well done.
Yeah, thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, we shall see what the future holds. Uh, but right now we have the future of this draft to get to. So thank you for joining me, Symmetric. Um, and
Yeah.
we'll talk later.
Have a good one.
So that brings us to number 11 overall here, belonging to the Maui Makos. The Maui Makos with that number 11 selection will take. No, is a small change. Oh, so this was actually previously owned by Providence and was traded to Maui. Maui receives the season 26 number 11 overall pick, as well as a Providence second, third, and fourth round in the next two drafts. And Maui trades in return Julio Ruiz, 2 million retained in season 27, and Yuto Kira Cloudera, excuse me. So two outfielders from the Maui Makos, who are, I believe, at the time, some of the highest TPE Makos, being sent over to Providence in exchange for a handful of picks. So here it goes with the number 11 selection. The Maui Makos select Raphael Dialcott, Kenito Manara, the starting pitcher from Chicago Kingpins. With this number 11 overall selection, Dialcott, the 226 TPE, 3.97 ERA and 1.43 WHIP starting pitcher from the Kingpins, Diesel has this to say. When Maui was devastated last season with retirements and unfortunate news among past players, it was a breath of fresh air to talk to Kanito, who understood the situation that we were in and was willing to support the new direction of the team. So, congratulations to Raphael Dialcott for being selected by the Maui Makos, and to the new GMs of Maui for selecting what will certainly be a solid starting pitcher in the future. Lots of good things about Kanito Manara, I've heard. Um, so congratulations to both sides as we head into number 12 overall selection. The San Antonio Sloths own this pick currently. I don't know if that was the case. We'll see if there was a trade. With the number 12 overall pick, the San Antonio Sloths select Glenn Davies, Notorious Tron, the starting pitcher from the Kansas City Hepcats. 226 TPE, 3.66 ERA, and 1.30 WHIP. From Juasu, a top earner in the SHL, Tron came highly recommended to us from multiple sources. We really think he fits our team very well, and we hope to have a future cornerstone of our rotation in him. So congratulations to Notorious Tron for being drafted to the San Antonio Sloths at the number 12 overall pick. And number 13 for the San Antonio Sloths, with this pick, the Sloths select. Oh, I apologize. This was a traded to the Sloths from Detroit. So here's the big trade that I think was a little bit mentioned in the chat earlier, but just take a look at this. So we have number 28 overall, Haywood Dinkle and Robert Mountain being sent by San Antonio to Detroit. That 28 overall being the second rounder for the Sloths, I believe. And Detroit trades in return Revin Knox with 4.625 mil retained, as well as number 13 overall. That's this pick that the Sloths have now, as well as number 35 overall in this draft, as well as their season 27 second round, and their season 28 first round. So first, a second, actually two firsts and two seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like it. Two firsts, 2 seconds, and Revin Knox for number 28, as well as Haywood Dinkle and Robert Mountain. So that is a whole big trade between the Sloths and the Demons. And with that number 13 overall selection acquired from Detroit in this trade, the San Antonio Sloths will select Shoto Todoroki, Ultima Commander 47, the starting pitcher from the Kingston Mounties. 212 TPE, 6.11 ERA, 1.77 WHIP. As I mentioned before, that ERA will surely drop as TPE is earned. This is another recreate. So this, for those of you who don't know, Robert Sandberg was the previous create for Ultima Commanda 47. Also a longtime sloth, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so Shoto Todoroki, their new create here, um, will be headed back to San Antonio. Juosu has this to say: obviously, Ultima was a previous career sloth with his first player, Robert Sandberg. With his locker room antics, he was always a team favorite. We know exactly what we are getting in him and feel confident he will be a sloth for his entire career once again. Along with Tron, we hope they will be a rotation duo of the future. Um, I congratulations to the Sloths for drafting um, two excellent pitchers here with the number 12 and 13 overall. Shoto Todoroki is the number 13 here, drafted by the San Antonio Sloths. Let's see. Just wanted to check a couple of things. Yes, career sloth. I wasn't positive. I didn't check beforehand, but I had a feeling. Number 14 overall, Providence Crabs. Select. Oh, this was another trade acquisition acquired from New Orleans. Providence traded their first round pick in the season 27, as well as number 37 overall in this draft to New Orleans for this number 14 pick, and with it they select FORREST GUMP, Tampa Tarpons 18, the catcher from the Louisville Lemurs. FORREST GUMP has 210 TPE, 255 average, and 312 OBP with the Lemurs last year. So congratulations to the Providence Crabs for this selection, FORREST GUMP. And congratulations to Tampa Tarpons for being selected by the Providence Crabs. Oh, 246 TPE now. Well, okay. Thank you for the clarification. This might have been an outdated TPE number, but congratulations, Tampa, for being drafted to Providence. Number 15 overall, we have the Seattle Sea Serpents selecting Scruff McGruff Pandakazi, the center fielder from the Bruce City Bears. 225 TPE, 242 average, and a 301 OBP. Brain says Seattle doesn't have to worry about their center field in the future now that they got Scruff Crime Dog McGruff on the job, tracking down fly balls and dispensing batters back to the dugout. So congratulations to Scruff McGruff, Pandakazi, formerly known as Bryce Turner. For those of you who might recognize that name. So congratulations to Pandakazi for being drafted to the Seattle Sea Serpents here with the number 15 overall pick, and to the Seattle Sea Serpents for their center field of the future pick, as they say. So congratulations, and Pandakazi also in the chat. Congratulations. Number 16 overall here in the first round, Nashville Stars select. And this was a trade. So here's the little background. New York Voyagers owned this pick and sent it along with their second in season 29 to Nashville in exchange for the Maui first rounder in season 27 from Nashville. I don't know why I thought that was this year. I was trying to think about if we had a New York pick yet, and no, it's next year. So next year's Maui first overall goes from Nashville to New York, and exchange Nashville, receives the New York Voyagers second in season 29, and this pick, the number 16 overall, and with it they select Glenn Allen Mixon, Sonic Gmail, the relief pitcher from the Chicago Kingpins. 226 TPE, 3.08 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. And I don't think that this one. I don't think that Sonic Gmail is all that surprised by it because they're on the graphics committee. You can see in the very top left, image by Sonic Gmail. So made their own slide for this one. From TJ, Glenn Allen Mixon, we recognize that this was a strong draft and a draft we wanted to move into. Our biggest goal was to come out of it with multiple pitchers. Sonic Gmail was a very strong user and someone our war room fell in love with, and got a strong recommendation from Dagumpa. He should be able to make an impact very soon. So congratulations to Sonic Gmail for being drafted to the Nashville Stars, and congratulations to the Nashville Stars for finding one of those pitchers that you're talking about. And as we head back to the draft board, we see that number 17 was forfeit. The season 26 first rounder from the Supernovas was forfeit. This is actually a compensation pick, if I'm not mistaken, that was traded to them by one of the new expansion teams. Expansion teams got a 17 and 18, I believe, compensation pick at the end of the first round. And so Sarasota acquired that and subsequently forfeited it due to cap penalties. So as we head into number 18 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents select poor triplet Kotasa, a relief pitcher from the Louisville Lemurs. For all you Lemur gang members in the chat, there you go, poor triplet. According to, let's see, I'm trying to find it real quick here. Brain says, quote, he may be poor by name, but here in Seattle, he's rich in our hearts. Which I believe is also a reference to Kotasa's ISFL player, if I'm not mistaken. 209 TPE, 2.34 ERA, and 1.15 WHIP for a poor triplet. Selected here at the number 18 overall by the Seattle Sea Serpents. So congratulations to poor triplet for being drafted by one of our newest expansion teams. Kotasi. All right. And so that is the first round, as you can see there. We mentioned the draft parlay. I forgot to mention this. The first overall pick we had was a pitcher. And how many recreates get drafted in the first round? Someone mentioned it as we went through. But after number 9 overall, this was the over already. Only after the first 9 picks. So as we head back to our draft board, we see the second round coming up here. As we go into the second round, we have a trade. Cancun trades number 19 overall, and the Death Valley Scorpions trade number 26 overall, and our season 27 third round. So DVS trading up here. Scorpions wanting number 19 from Cancun, and Cancun trading down in the second in exchange for gaining a third round in season 27. I believe the next slide is the draft board for the second round, but just in case I'm wrong, with Cancun's number 19 overall selection, with Death Valley's now number 19 overall selection, the Scorpions will take Rodicus Scott the Fourth, or Rodicus Scott 4. So this is a, let's see if I can bring up the, I'm going to try and get... One moment here, please. I'm trying to get some info about Rodicus Scott here for you. I know that they're an infielder. I didn't have this ready, unfortunately. I apologize. Here we go. Rodicus Scott the Fourth from Death Valley. First baseman with 242 TPE with the big man on campus build. Out of Portland, Maine, the birthplace. So congratulations to the Death Valley Scorpions on obtaining Rodicus Scott here, the fourth here, with number 19 overall. And with number 20 overall, the Providence Crabs select Luka Dordovic. So this is Leifer. This is the new one of the new GMs for the Providence Crabs, selected here in the second round. Leifer's player Luka Dordovic is a right fielder with 210 TPE currently. From their college was somewhere in Serbia. So Luka Dordovic with the freak archetype, already bumping up that range all the way to 60. This will be obviously a very good pick for the Crabs in coming days, since it is their GM. Obviously is going to be sticking around for a while, as Leifer says, steal in the chat. Oh man. Beauty, future Hall of Fame, says Leaf. All right, with the number 21 overall selection, the Vancouver Vandals uh, select Stan Dupp from the Kingston Mounties center fielder. This is Night MC, previous create being Colby Kidd. Uh, Sam and I know just how much uh, team spirit Knight has for the Vandals, and we were shocked that he fell this low. Sam sent a message here saying, AJ and I were overjoyed when we saw that Knight was still on the board. Knight's previous player, Colby Kidd, was a lifelong Vandal and someone who really wanted to come back to Vancouver with his next create. I know Knight's going to be a max earner, and I'm very glad to have him back on the team. Congratulations to Knight. We're very happy to have you back. Welcome back to Vancouver, Stan Dupp. And with number 22 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents are next on the board here. And they select James Barker, who I believe is Phalanx. Trying to find them here in the... Here we go. James Barker, shortstop from the California Firehawks, 222 TPE. Phalanx with the streak build, and is already putting some points into batting against the right-handed pitchers, with a slightly higher BABIP and avoid Ks against both righties over lefties. Definitely an infielder with shortstop, second base, and third base as their three primary positions. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and from the California Firehawks, James Barker selected at number 22. So congratulations. Next up is number 23. Number 23 overall, the San Antonio Sloths. And this, I believe, was a trade. Yep. So San Antonio Sloths actually trade away number 23 here. And in exchange, Maui receives number 23 and trades away Detroit's second round and San Antonio's third round from season 27. So the Makos, what? I think these might have been reversed. Because 2308 should belong to the Sloths. Let me double check this here. I think these are reversed. I want to make sure. Number 23, checking back in the, let's see here. Yes, so Maui actually receives, so these should be receives. The Sloths receive number 23 overall, and Maui receives the Detroit second and the San Antonio Sloths third. So apologies for that. Sloths do have this pick at number 23, and with it, the San Antonio Sloths select Bobby McDonald Jr., BJ Brennan 17, obviously Bo Sox, their GM, and they needed to pick their GM here in the second round. And Bobby McDonald Jr. will be headed back to San Antonio to the surprise of absolutely nobody. Bobby McDonald Jr. has 216 TPE, is from the Kansas City Hepcats, and has the Freak build. And much like James Barker before them, is putting a little bit more TPE into one side of the plate. Their BABIP and avoid Ks and gap are all slightly higher against lefties than they are against righties. So definitely looking to do more damage against the lefties here, but they're very close, so it might even out a little bit over time. So Bo Sox back to San Antonio. You also actually mentioned in the trade, we originally wanted to trade away pick 24 with the threat of having to take Bobby earlier than we wanted, but when we saw a player who we really wanted and had already considered in the first round falling, we know we could go the other way with it and trade up to get Bobby first and then our other choice. Thankfully, we could make it work without giving out too much. A second we had gotten in an earlier trade plus a third. and mentioned that obviously Bobby is a GM choice for us. His first player, Bobby McDonald, is likely a future Hall of Famer, and he has been a fantastic co-GM for us. Excited to see what Bobby Jr. can do. And with that number 24 overall selection, as they mentioned, they were looking at this player in the first round, and here they select Anchovy, saying we had already considered Sarah in the first round, and while we didn't manage to grab her there, we were trying to trade up to grab her multiple times without success. Her hilarious media article recently caught our attention, just like her activity in general. We look forward to more great articles from her, and we are ecstatic that we were able to grab her this late. Anchovy, I believe, is a shortstop from the Chicago Kingpins roster, a righty thrower and a switch hitter. This shortstop using the Mr. Utility build and has already gotten the fielding range up to 70 from the base of 45. Impressive. So congratulations to Anchovy Sarah for uh, for being selected here by the San Antonio Sloths. With number 25 overall, the Buffalo Surge select Anchor Bell. This is Wildfire Micro, who I know was in the chat earlier. Haven't seen any comments from them recently, but Anchor Bell, the relief pitcher out of the Chicago Kingpins organization, 188 TPE, righty on the mound with the control freak archetype, it looks like. Already got the changeup and screwball, their first and second pitches up to 56, with a sinker as their third pitch. So congratulations to Anchor Bell by being drafted to the Buffalo Surge here. Next up, with number 26, the Cancun Toros select Shumi Holkenvettel, and this one is also a reach, as some people might say. This is Bauer. This is Anthony previous create Anthony Bauer, username Bauer. Shumi Holkenvettel is a GM of the Cancun Toros and needed to be taken here at number 26 overall in the second round. So season 26's 26th pick will be Bauer with 240 TPE, center fielder out of the Chicago Kingpins organization using the Freak archetype, and definitely going to be in the outfield quite a bit. Those first, second, and third positions are all outfield. Center field, left field, and right field. Blow pop if your GMs are telling you you stink. That's not a good thing. We want to be encouraging as GMs. Number 27 overall here, the Boise Raptors select Lefty Bones. This is user Sopath, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna try and find them here. Lefty Bones. Starting pitcher, username Sopath. They're from the Dallas Dynamos organization, using the Flamethrower starting pitcher build. Let's see. Getting the fastball up to 66 already. And looks like they're emphasizing their control and movement stats as well. They've also got a changeup and a curveball in the repertoire. And congratulations to Lefty Bones for being drafted by the Boise Raptors here at number 27. Sopath, they're in the chat. Congratulations on being drafted here in the second round to the Boise Raptors. People were mentioning the draft parlay as well. I'm going to take this moment real quick to go back. After the number 20 overall selection of Luka Dordovic, we actually saw that the number 2, the combined letters, is actually the over, as well as number 4, a State College Swiftie, did get drafted in the second round. So we have over, unknown yet, yes, and pitcher so far for the parlay. And we'll head right on back into it. We're looking for a third rounder for that last question, or rather, how many pitchers will get drafted in the third round. Back in the second round here, number 28 overall. Number 28 overall, the Detroit Demons select Right On Dirty. Right on Dirty, I believe was a somewhat newer create in the class, or somewhat later create. They are a relief pitcher with 210 TPE. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. 210 TPE from the State College Swift Steeds Zoot TX, out of the University of Texas, using the flamethrower relief pitcher archetype, and already has their velocity up to 99 to 101. So they are one notch off of the max for their archetype for velocity. So definitely going to be throwing a lot of heater balls. Circle change, screwball, and fastball in the pitch repertoire. Congratulations to Ride On Dirty. Zoot. Zoot, as everyone says in the chat. Ball breaking speed limits. Yes. Number 29 and number 30 were forfeit here by Nashville and Detroit due to cap penalties. And with number 31 overall in the draft, the Boise Raptors select. Oh wait, sorry. This was a trade that happened. Cancun owned this pick previously and traded it to Boise in exchange for Boise's season 28 second round. And with number 31 overall, the Boise Raptors select K. Master Thief Faraday. So here we go. I was shocked that Emmy had fallen this far, but K. Faraday, the right fielder, 237 TPE, out of the Dallas Dynamos organization, using the streak build. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe one of Emmy's previous creates was a Raptor as well. So if that is the case, Emmy heading back to Boise with their new create K Master Thief Faraday. So congratulations to Emmy uh, for being drafted here by the Raptors at number 31 overall. Next up, number 32 was the New Orleans Rougarou, and they select W.R. Wolf. W.R. Wolf. We do have a quote from. Oh, I actually missed a few quotes. I apologize. We actually do have a quote here from Phillies, whose player this is, saying, "Regrettable pick, bust, no future. Picked him to save cap space." For those of you who don't know, W.R. Wolf is Phillies' player. This is another GM selection in the second round. So I would say congratulations to the Rougarou, but it doesn't sound like the GM is all that happy about this pick. Um, W.R. Wolf, also a shortstop, using the streak build with secondary and tertiary positions of third base and left field. Oh, they were recruited by D. Garrett 32. DG. Huh. Anyway, number 33 is a forfeit here by the Outer Banks Aviators due to cap penalties as well. I mentioned I missed a couple of quotes here. Number 25, OA Netlandic said about Inkerbell Wildfire Micro has been a great IA to active storyline to follow, and just a great person to chat with in any server. And Reno said this about their number 27 overall lefty Bones. When I initially reached out to Sopath to scout him for the draft, he was insanely hyped and insanely drunk in downtown Denver. This isn't relevant to his draft story or player at all, but I just wanted to let this be known. Go Newfoundland Berserkers. So I apologize to Net and Reno for delaying the quotes here. But as we progress into number 34 overall, this belonging to the New York Voyagers. New York Voyagers, with that number 34 overall selection, will take Pax Abadir. So this is yet another GM selection with PP Paul, the relief pitcher Pax Abadir, with the junk baller relief pitcher archetype. Pax Abadir from Nidosphere. I don't know, appeared East Bromwich, England. I don't get the reference. I'm sure there's a reference there to be made. But junk baller relief pitcher already has the circle change and knuckle curve. Or sorry, already has a circle change up to 90. Their primary pitch. 242 TPE from the Louisville Lemurs organization. Pax Abadir, the GM of New York. And with number 35, oh, thank you for subscribing, Eldorian. Don't want to miss that. Here we go. Number 35, the Nashville Stars select. Well, you know what? We'll come back to that. Number 35 overall, they select a Lincoln Bird Whistle. TJ mentioned this is a user I've gotten to know pretty well through the MLB server and got a glowing review from Enoch. We think he will be a solid addition. So I'll go back to the trade here. Nashville obtained number 35 from San Antonio, and in exchange, Nashville traded either their season 29 second round pick or New York's season 29 second round pick, both owned by. Sorry about that. Headset issues again. Weird. As I was saying, season 29 Nashville second and season 29 New York Voyagers second, whichever is more valuable, will be headed to San Antonio Sloths um, in exchange here for this number 35 pick. Uh, Number 36 overall belongs to the Seattle Sea Serpents. And with the Seattle Sea Serpents selection, they pick a Duke Singh. A Duke Singh. This is a Rocket Puppy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go ahead and go back to the information here. A Duke Singh is a relief pitcher out of the State College Swift Steeds organization, 206 TPE. Yes, Rocket Puppy 034 is the username. They're using a flamethrower relief pitcher build, and much like a flamethrower previously mentioned, they are bumping up their velocity quite a bit here to 96 to 98 already. Go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. Let's see. Lincoln Bird Whistle. Actually, I didn't look too hard at the pick. I was focused on the trade that acquired the pick. But Lincoln Bird Whistle, Anthony. I apologize. Hewlett, maybe Anthony Hewlett. I really apologize. Junk baller, starting pitcher archetype, boosting up the control and the changeup, which is their primary pitch, knuckle curve and sinker. And as I mentioned, TJ said this is a user I've gotten to know pretty well through the MLB server and got a glowing review from Enoch. We think he will be a solid addition. So that was Lincoln Bird Whistle, and then a Duke Singh. As we mentioned, Rocket Puppy, the flamethrower relief pitcher build at number 36 for the Seattle Sea Serpents. So congratulations to both Lincoln Bird Whistle and a Duke Singh by being drafted to the Nashville Stars and Seattle Sea Serpents respectively. I did a little roundabout way to get there, but I apologize for that. But here we go, third round, season with the number 37 overall selection, the New Orleans Rougarous select Derek Yeater. And this, I have a quote from Phillies saying A+ name and a user that told us he plans to max earn. Being an ISFL guy, we know he understands what that entails. Seeing him fall to the third was a no-brainer for us, especially with the high praise from last season's pick, Southpaw. Let's see, Derek Yeater, I believe, is a relief pitcher. Yes, a relief pitcher, flamethrower build. A lot of flamethrower relief pitcher builds here in this draft. 205 TPE out of the Dallas Dynamos organization. Got that fastball up to 60 already and has a splitter and cutter to round out their pitching repertoire. And is increasing their velocity as well to 96 to 98. So congratulations to Derek Yeater for being drafted by the New Orleans Rougarous. The one of the two World Series teams this year. Number 38, Nashville Stars will select Josh Smaxon. TJ says W. Sheeb is a user almost everyone knows. He was a member of HO and was a fantastic member of our community. We are glad to bring him into our culture in Nashville and look forward to his time in a Stars uniform. Josh Smaxon is another relief pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. No, I apologize. starting pitcher? I'm not seeing them on the tracker. I'll say, oh, they're there. Starting pitcher. I apologize. Starting pitcher, junk baller archetype from the California Firehawks. Josh Smaxson. Um, Already boosting up the circle change to 74 with the curveball and sinker to round it out. So congratulations to W. Sheeb. You will soon be a Nashville Star. Next up at the number 39 overall selection, the Buffalo Surge will take Miles Burrow. Miles Burrow, a third baseman. Meals on Wells from the Louisville Lemurs organization, a magician archetype. Looks like they're boosting the bat quite a bit, as well as a little bit of range and error. They're got a lot of arm already as well. 47 from the base of 35. Third baseman with a left field and right field backup positions. Congratulations to Miles Burrow from Colorado State College, or yes, Colorado State College. Um, Miles Burrow to the Buffalo Surge. All right, next up is the number 40 overall selection, Seattle Sea Serpents. Select Archibald Thurgood Sassafras the Third. Couldn't even fit all of that in there. Left fielder from the Louisville Lemurs organization, username SlapperZ0, using the Freak archetype. Has looks like has been improving the power a little bit. Quite a bit of BABIP improvement. Left field with a first base and right field backup positions. Lefty in the field and a switch hitter. So congratulations to Slapper Z0, Archibald Thurgood Sassafras III, drafted by the Seattle Sea Serpents. Number 41, the Maui Makos forfeit this pick here in the third. And with the number 42 overall selection, the Nashville Stars select Stefano Chinapi from TJ, a new user that we think has potential in this league. Davey had really good things to say about them, and we are excited to see them grow as they get more used to the league. Stefano Chinapi, I believe, is another starting pitcher. Yes, another starting pitcher. Also from the Louisville Lemurs organization, Stefano Chinapi using the Control Freak archetype. And has boosted their movement and control into the mid-50s with the fastball, changeup, and sinker in their repertoire. Congratulations to Stefano Chinapi for being selected here by the Nashville Stars. Number 43, the Seattle Sea Serpents will select Gristle McThornbody. Gristle McThornbody will be going to the Seattle Sea Serpents, who I believe is also a pitcher. Yes, a relief pitcher from the California Firehawks organization, 176 TPE, username DJ Tyrant. Let's see, junk baller archetype, boosting the movement and control. Circle change is their primary pitch with a slider and sinker as well. And for those of you following the draft parlay, Gristle McThornbody marks the over for question number 3. So congratulations to Gristle McThornbody and the Seattle Sea Serpents for this pick. We have the over for the draft parlay, and that is your correct parlay selection: over, yes, and pitcher. If you had all 5 of those, you're getting the max points for the draft parlay. So congratulations to all of you who guessed correctly on the draft parlay. Next up, with the number 44 selection, the Death Valley Scorpions will select Timmy, who I believe is, yes, another relief pitcher. This one from the Dallas Dynamos organization, 146 TPE. Gumba Man is the user. From Pittsburgh, the Flamethrower relief pitcher archetype, boosting up the fastball, as well as their splitter and cutter, their secondary and tertiary pitches. So congratulations to Gumba Man for being drafted here to the Death Valley Scorpions. Number 45, the Boise Raptors we'll select Derek Rogers Jr. Derek Rogers Jr., username John Wayne 12 at 186 TPE, is a lefty relief pitcher out of the Chicago Kingpins organization using the junk baller archetype. Um, has a fastball, curveball, and changeup in their arsenal. Number 46 is the San Antonio Sloths pick, which was forfeit due to cap penalties. And number 47, the Outer Banks Aviators finally have a pick in the draft, and with it they select James LeBlond. James LeBlond, I believe, yes, second baseman. Um, Second baseman out of the State College Swift Steeds organization. FKN Commish LB is the username. I know they do a lot of streaming of OOTP, and the Outer Banks Aviators select them here at the number 47 overall. Second base, shortstop, and right field are their three positions, boosting up the range a little bit as well as fielding error and the arm. From AW13, had a wonderful chat with FK and Commish. We didn't have any picks until this point, and normally you're looking for any sort of value, but I think we knocked it out of the park with this one. Got a chance to check out the stream he does for his OOTP League, and we were excited to bring his experience to Outer Banks, where I think he will fit in great with our locker room. So congratulations to the Aviators, and congratulations to James LeBond for being selected here by Outer Banks at the number 47 position. Excuse me, 48, 49, 50, and 51 are all forfeit due to cap penalties. But with number 52 overall, the Nashville Stars select Honda Shigeno. From TJ, this is another pitcher that makes 5 for the Stars. We had our eyes on him, and we're glad he made it this far. Another user that should fit in and fight for playing time almost immediately. Honda Shigeno, let's see, according to their roster page, 100 TPE from the Anchorage Wheelers organization, Project Saint, who is in the chat. So congratulations, Project Saint, for being selected here. Flamethrower relief pitcher archetype. Already boosted the velocity up to 96 to 98, I see. Got the fastball, cutter, and sinker as their pitch arsenal. And I believe I might be able to get into contact with Zach, the other GM from Nashville, and see if we can. Let's see if we can get a call going. What's Zach? Maybe, maybe not. Zach, you there?
See if we can get a call. Yeah. I just got my PC set up.
Oh gosh, you're a little bit loud. Let me turn this down a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right. I think you should be good. So,
Okay.
so Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you?
Okay.
Here, hold on. All right, I think we got it. I also have the draft. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Oh, they're saying Zach's far away, so maybe
I sound far away now.
it might be just on my end. Here, I'll boost you up a little bit on the audio mixer, but
Okay.
I'll volume down on my headset. So, so Zach, 5 pitchers here with the Nashville Stars picks.
Yeah. Yeah, we obviously pitching is kind of coming at a premium at this point. And with what we have right now in the field, we pretty much have like a pretty solid core coming up. So we have Rabid coming up, Alex, Crunk. So we have those guys, and then we still have me and a lot of other guys that are either in our first or second season of regression or they haven't entered regression. And we really just need pitching at this point. So with that, and especially with people scrambling for bullpen pieces and everything, it seemed like the right decision to just go after a bunch of pitchers this year.
Makes sense, and there are a lot of really strong pitchers in this draft too. You guys got looks like you guys got Glenn Allen Mixon, Lincoln Birdwhistle, Josh Smaxson, Stefano Chinapi, and now Honda Shigeno here in the 3rd round. So I personally think that you guys got a lot of great value for. I think you had some lower picks here, three 3rd round picks. I don't want to go too far back in the PowerPoint, but I think.
No, you're fine.
But
Yeah, I think we had 3 third-rounders. If you look at like forfeited picks, it might look like they're in the second. But yeah, I mean with Honda, like the last one that we had, they're at 226 TPE. They haven't done an update, but when I was working the other day, I went through and looked at all their TPE, and they're actually at 226. So we thought that was a pretty big steal for as late as it was.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations on all of your picks. Do you have anything else you wanted to mention?
No, not really. I'm just go Stars. Looking forward to next season.
All right, go invite your new pitchers to the locker room if you
Will
haven't
do.
already. But thank you very much for joining me, Zach. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later. So then we head into the number 53 overall selection here with the Cancun Toros. Cancun Toros select with the number 53 overall McDonald's Hamburger. McDonald's Hamburger, I believe, is another relief pitcher. Yes, another relief pitcher. This one from the Dallas Dynamos organization. Username Lime. So congratulations, Lime, for being drafted to the Cancun Toros here. I know they have a lot of prospects. And I'm sure they're very happy to have you. 162 TPE, as I mentioned. Flamethrower relief pitcher archetype. Already got the velocity to 96 to 98. Fastball all the way up to 70 already, with a slider and forkball to round out their 3 pitches here. So congratulations to McDonald's Hamburger and to the Cancun Toros for this selection. Next up, number 54, the Providence Crabs select Mikey Moe. Mikey Moe, I believe, is a second baseman. Yes, second baseman from the Amarillo Armadillos organization. Dillo. 1 to Mike 7 is the user, 170 TPE. They are the streak archetype. Excuse me. And are already boosting up the bat all around, as well as their turn double play is already up a little bit as well. Second base, right field, and first base are their 3 positions. Congratulations to Mikey Moe for being drafted to the Providence Crabs. Now, as we exit the third round, we start to get some passes from some of the GMs. And so we have a few remaining picks that are scattered throughout here. You'll notice that the numbering is a little bit off. So these are the numbering of the picks as if these past picks were included in there as well. So as we continue down the remaining picks, number 56 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents select Stevie Steve. Try saying that one 5 times fast. You got the triple S with the double S in the name. Stevie Steve, the catcher out of the Brew City Bears organization, 198 TPE, username Scrams, I apologize. Handyman archetype, already got the BABIP up to 50 on both sides. Catcher, third base, and first base as their 3 positions. So congratulations to Scrams, I apologize. Stevie Steve, congratulations on being drafted to Seattle. Excuse me, number 58. Vancouver Vandals finally have another selection after their second round pick. And with number 58 overall, here we go. There was a trade involving number 57, which was passed on. I must have missed this. Number 57 was traded by Providence to Indianapolis. Indianapolis in exchange traded the season 26 7th round and Indianapolis locker room access for Ryan Tyler. So with this number 57 overall, Indianapolis did pass on it. So maybe the 7th round from Providence gets some value in season 26. Oh wait, no, that was this season as well. Which would have been passed on. This is not 7th round. So that's an interesting trade, I guess. I guess the biggest thing is that Ryan Tyler has Indy locker room access, I guess now. Number 58, the Vandals select Naming McNamerson. This is username. I'll change this later. Naming McNamerson, a starting pitcher. 126 TPE from the Brew City Bears with the Control Freak starting pitcher archetype. I'll change this later, I know, from PBE Survivor, and we're hoping to get them back into into the PBE very strongly, and we're really excited to have ICCL, and hope that he'll be a good core member of the pitching for years to come. Number 59, overall Sarasota Supernovas. Finally have a selection here. This is their first pick in the draft, and they select Kei Fujisaki. I apologize if I mispronounced that. This is, I believe, Astamagion, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to find them in the... Let's see, I'll just search it. There we go. Kei Fujisaki, a starting pitcher with 161 TPE. On the forum, they are putting MC beds together. That's their username. On Discord, they are Astamagion, former Vandal. Previous create was known as Vincent Avon. They're a junk baller starting pitcher out of the Louisville Lemurs organization with the curveball, changeup, fastball pitch types in their repertoire. So congratulations to the Supernovas for getting a pick here with Fujisaki, and congratulations to Fujisaki for being drafted to the Supernovas. So we head into pick number 66. The New Orleans Rougarou will select Janice Lux. Janice Lux, we do have a quote from Phillies saying, "Fellow Brew City Bear recently came back to the locker room, and we're excited to get him into our locker room." 129 TPE from the Bears. Luxton's 88 is the user. The Cannon is their archetype, and they will definitely be an outfielder with right field, center field, and left field as their three main positions. Number 70 overall, the Providence Crabs select Ni. Ni, I believe, is a starting pitcher. Yes, starting pitcher from the Amarillo Armadillos organization with 170 TPE. Username is a lot of letters, WXYZDEFGABC. I don't know how that is phonetically pronounced. I apologize. Junk baller starting pitcher. Looking like they're bumping up the control quite a bit. And have a sinker at 70 as well as a screwball and slider to round out their build. So congratulations to Ni on being drafted by the Providence Crabs. So we head to the number 72 overall selection. We have the Seattle Sea Serpents selecting Latavius Jackson. One moment, please. Latavius Jackson is a starting pitcher. Flamethrower from the California Firehawks organization. Username Slick. Previous create, I believe, was Slick Dasher, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken on that. Yes, Slick Dasher was their previous create. Already got the velocity up to 95 to 97, so a lot of flamethrower relief pitchers bumping up that velocity as high as they can. Has a circle change, screwball, and cutter as their three pitchers. So congratulations to Slick for being drafted by the Sea Serpents. Next up at number 73, the Maui Makos pick Mazaros Ferenik. And this is Shaq, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just... let's see, Mazaros Ferenik, Shaq, at the 142 TPE mark from Kingston Mounties. Let's see, he's got the Freak archetype and has boosted his power up to 55 on both sides, and the fielding range up to 67. Shortstop, center field, and second base are the three positions for Ferenik. So congratulations to Shaq on being drafted to the Maui Makos. Next up, number 83, the Outer Banks Aviators select Max DeLeo, a shortstop from the Kansas City Hepcats organization. Username Gana. They are a magician archetype with 50 to avoid Ks on both sides, 50 fielding range, 51 fielding error, and definitely an infielder with shortstop, second base, and third base as their three prime positions. Next up, number 88, is the Seattle Sea Serpents once again, and they will select Sawyer Stern. Sawyer Stern, a third baseman out of the California Firehawks organization, 133 TPE. Ted Stern 2001 is the username. Hitting archetype is the Streak. They are second baseman with center field and third base as their secondary and tertiary positions. Bumped up the BABIP to 48 against righties and 40 against lefties, and have the fielding range already at 62. Congratulations to Sawyer Stern being drafted by the Seattle Sea Serpents here. The remaining 3 picks all belong to the Aviators. We'll show them all at once here. At number 99, they select Harrison Justice. At 115, they select Oliver Jimenez. And at 131, Trey Marquis IV. I'll go through all of these. But Harrison Justice is a center fielder. H. Watson 88, previous create was Tex Justice. With Harrison, they have 149 TPE from the Amarillo Armadillos. The Streak archetype, as well as center field, left field, and right field as their 3 positions, and 47 BABIP on either side. Next up, Oliver Jimenez. Oliver Jimenez is a catcher from the Anchorage Wheelers, 107 TPE. PJH SPA is the user. Handyman archetype with catcher as their primary and third base, first base as their secondary and tertiary positions respectively. Already a fairly balanced build, bumping up BABIP and avoid Ks a little bit, power a little bit, I a little bit. So a little bit of everything for the handyman build, Oliver Jimenez. And last but not least, we have Trey Marquis IV, username Trademark. Previous create appears to be Hunter Lucas. With Trey Marquis IV, they are a third baseman from Anchorage, 174 TPE, Mr. Utility build, bumping up the arm a little bit as well as the eye, patience, and BABIP. Third base, shortstop, and first base are their 3 positions. So congratulations to the Outer Banks Aviators on these last 3 picks. And that is all we have for you. Season 26 draft is over. And congratulations to all the teams for their selections, and especially to all the players for finding their new teams, their majors teams of the future. I know that a lot of GMs are very excited about their drafts, and now we can finally talk about them. Now that's public knowledge. So once again, thank you all for joining me, chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all sticking around. Scroll through each round's completed list. Sure, I can do that for you real quick. It won't be clean, but here we go. So this was the remaining picks. We'll go all the way back to the first round here. Ignore this. Like I said, it won't be clean. There's the first round. We got Jim, Dog, Kripakosov, Encarnacion, Love, Kagamine, Havoc, Cilliams, Duncan, Justice, Lane, Dialcott, Davies, Todoroki, Gump, McGruff, Mixon, and Triplet. So there's the first round for you. Second round. There you go for the screenshots. Rodica Scott IV, Dordovic, Dupp, Barker, McDonald Jr., Chovy, Bell, Holkenvettel, Bones, Dirty, Faraday, Abadir, Birdwhistle, and Singh. Third round had Yeater, Smaxon, Burrow, Sassafras, Chinapi, McThornbody, Timmy, Rogers Jr., LeBlond, Shigeno, Hamburger, and Mo. And we took a look at the fourth round already, but just in case, we'll go back to slide 90 for you. So there you go, remaining picks. There we go. Well, thank you for thanking me, Project Sane. I'm glad that you were entertained. No, Enoch, I'm not streaming the whole thing again. We actually made it in an hour and a half, which is pretty good. Pretty short for an AJ stream, but there you go. Congratulations to all the teams, and congratulations to all the draftees on their new Major League teams of the future. Really appreciate you all sticking around in the chat, and thank you all for watching.